Thanks for hanging in there, folks. We have one more speaker before our break. Please welcome Cynthia Weiss.
Hello everyone, my name is Cynthia Weiss and I'm running for that open seat that only 6 of us are running for. Something that none of you know about me yet is that I'm actually descended from a lot of Idahoans from the 1800s. On my mother's side, they lived and worked, and they have been my inspiration. And I always wanted to come back here and live. And my grandfather was a telegrapher with the railroad, and that was up until World War II. But during the Depression, he had 9 children, and he and his wife to support as a telegrapher. They weren't rich, they were extremely poor. They lived in tiny little sheds, little shacks alongside of the railroad. And if someone had more seniority, they were pushed out, and they had to find someone to push out also. My mom always said to me that Idaho was where men were men and women were women and loved them, but the sheep and the cattle were nervous. Every Christmas, when I was asked what I wanted for Christmas, I wanted a pony and I wanted guns. My father, who was from the East, he was from Ohio in a rural town, said that I couldn't have either one. My mother said that I couldn't have a horse because she was living here when it was all open ranges. She caught her horse, she gentle broke it, and she wouldn't allow me to have a horse because we were living in Michigan and Chicago at the time. I love this country. I'm descended from several people who were members of the founding fathers of this country, including Gouverneur Morris, who most of you have never heard of. He actually wrote the preamble that begins, "We the people." Right here in my hand, I have the Holy Bible that was given to my father after World War II. Our family was all Navy. We had one Army Ranger. And he had lost his Bible during World War II. He was a paymaster for the entire Pacific Fleet. And he carried millions of dollars of cash with it. And he had a guard, and he was required by law to carry a gun. But he didn't put any bullets in it, which I thought was a really silly thing to do. My gun has bullets in it, and I know how to use it. And our instructors, my husband William is over at the side, and when we took our classes together, the instructor said he better not ever make me mad because I was number 1 in the class and he was number 2. So it took me 62 years to finally get back here. I have been in every state of the Union. My parents would not allow us to go anywhere outside of the country until we had visited all 50 states of the Union. When I was not a professional, but when I was a competitive downhill skier, I used to ski. It's hard to believe now, but 2 years ago, when I got struck by lightning in our brand new house we had up here, unfortunately, that ended my skiing career. But I was told by orthopedic surgeons that I was never going to walk again. And I said, you and whose army is going to keep me from doing that? When it comes to schools, that's, besides the fact that in my family, at age 8, everyone in my family has sworn on the Holy Bible that we would defend the Constitution. And that's why I'm here, because God asked me to be here. I didn't want to run, and this will be my last rodeo. But I can do things with school choice that people haven't really thought about. And I've developed my own system, which I offered to the state of Idaho when my husband and I were living in Ada County. And we got really close, but no cigar. But now the Supreme Court has given us the open door to not just have school choice, and not just have vouchers, And like everyone said, I agree with, that we have to put the money where the children are. And parents have to be the center and the only ones making decisions for their children. And I am Cynthia Weiss, and I'm running for state representative for District 1A. And I hereby would like to challenge all of the fellow conservatives with whom I agree every single word to a debate of their choosing time and place where we can talk in depth. Thank you.